Hello, Jim Hodges here, Izzy here. Izzy is a 3.5-year-old Yorkie that came in for our 2-week residency program. With her, we've addressed obedience and, more importantly, behavior. We've done a lot of work with her on her behaviors. We'll talk about that as we're moving along. Uh, Izzy has a very fearful, believe genetic and environmental background. She gets very afraid of things. I believe obedience is a great way to help move her out of it. So I'm going to do obedience now. Watch my tone, listen to my tone, watch what I do with my hands. And it's going to be just like a lot of the other videos. I'm going to do the same things, okay? Even with the little dog, even with a dog that is fearful, we still have to be the leader. And a leader in my book, as you know, is being physically and mentally in control as much as we can. Let's go. Hear that tone of voice? Good girl. Let's go. It's just like any other. I want her walking with me. Probably the rest of my life, if I'm out somewhere where she could be afraid, I want her by my side and not out venturing. Sit. Of course, if she didn't do it, I would tap her in the direction I wanted her to go. Sit means sit. Good girl. Break. We ask her to sit. Sit. If she didn't sit, we would tap up on the leash. Tell her no, sit. Break. The tap is very light. The sit tap is straight up to the sky. The down is towards the ground, and movement is whatever direction we want her to go in, okay? Let's go. We have a few cats around. She's very used to sailing, it looks like right here. But we're walking. Good girl. Sit. Down. Hand signal from the side. You see she went down. Down means down. She has to lay down. She has to stay in that down until I release her. Very good girl. Okay, good girl. Break. Atta girl. So down from the side is like that. Sit. Hand signal. Good. Now from in front, down. Atta girl. Good girl. So even if I can't bend all the way to pet her all the time, I'm going to try to do it as much as I can. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to verbally praise her. In fact, I'm going to do as much as I can to verbally, physically, and even with treats, praise her when she does right, especially in the beginning. Break. We talk about treats with her. When she's happy, when she's comfortable, she's actually very excited about treats. We can't just give her treats. Treats and obedience with her right now should be that she's obeying us, doing what we ask, and we bring a treat out of nowhere, okay? We do not want her seeing a treat and obeying because of the treat. She does what we want, we praise her. If she doesn't, we're going to bite her. Let her know, no, bite, and then praise a little more lightly after she does what we ask her to do, okay? So, bringing a treat out of nowhere is, I call it manna from heaven. It's a great way to get her working for us because she's working for us. She knows she has to obey us and she wants to obey us. The treat is like a bonus or a commission, I like to say, for a job well done. Of course, when she's learning new things, treats can be great to help teach her and lead her and guide her to what we want. But as soon as we get what we want, we start backing off with the treats and letting her understand she's obeying us because she has to. With any dog, that's the way I believe life should be. But with a fearful dog, they need to know that we're consistent and we're strong, that we're somebody worth following. Okay, let's go. So we did the sit, we did the down. We'll do the place command. Place. Atta girl. Notice I praised her as soon as she hit the bed. She can lay down, she can sit down, she can stand up. I don't care what she does as long as she stays on the bed. In the beginning at home, you're going to have her on a leash. You've got another dog at home, Charlie. So she has to understand that if you tell her to place, it doesn't matter what. No, place. Don't want her reaching off of the bed. Place is place. So you saw the little tap. The tap did what? It went right back to the bed, okay? Good girl. That's a good place. As I was saying, you have another dog at home. Doesn't matter what the other dog is doing, okay? If you tell her to place, she has to do it, and vice versa, because we worked with the other dog a couple of years ago. And he has to do what you ask him to do, even though she may be free at that moment. All right, let's go. Good girl. So the only time we're talking about treats that I use a treat just about every time is on the off-leash come when she's out in the yard. Sit. Good girl. So I've loaded up with the treat. I don't know if she knows it, but come. Good girl. I'll give her a little treat. Good girl. Break. And release her. When she came to me, she had to sit. If she didn't come, I would have tapped the leash in my direction and then told her, no, come. And then when she did come to me, she must sit. Now, I don't know if you noticed on the video, it's something that we've been working real hard. One of the things that Izzy has had is when she came to me and came to her family, she did these long, wide circles, always in a clockwise direction. So when we taught her to come, she used to come over here, over here. Well, we've got her here to here right now, which is a big advance. We're not trying to intimidate her, but we're trying to slowly guide her into where we want her to be, okay? Off leash, we're always going to use a treat. In fact, we want her to want to come to us. So you're going to see me, I'm going to pretend like we're off leash for the camera viewpoint. You're going to hear me call her name, and when she commits to coming to me, that's when I'm going to give her the command. Hey, baby, what? Come. She came, still set. Good girl. Break. Okay, so let me talk about that again. Pretend like she was off running around, all right? I got her attention. We can do this inside or out. When she saw me, saw the treat, wanted to come to me, I didn't tell her come until she was firmly coming in my direction. Hope that makes sense. Okay, good girl. Let's go. You want to try this? Of course, every dog knows how to get up on the furniture. Good girl. Break. Good. Place. Now, why did I come back to place? I want to see if she starts trying to smell off the ground again. Because if a dog does something right or wrong, they're going to do it over and over. In our case, if she does something wrong and we want to fix it, we have to continually test it. So if she does something wrong, put it in your mind and understand that she's going to do that again. And be ready to act on it if she does. If she doesn't do it, we finish out the command, atta girl, break. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Heel command is right by our side. We stop. She sits. We need to do that a little bit better. Heel. Good girl. Down. Atta girl, break. So, Izzy's going a long way to where we need her to go. She was in a location for the first 3 years of her life that she got very little socialization with other objects, other things, people, dogs. She was very afraid. And when she became afraid, she acted out pretty violently. Not violently as in anger, but in thrashing and jumping and freaking out. Obedience is helping us to take that control. It's hard to explain on video. I've been working with the owner here, but when we're strong, consistent leaders, confident leaders, she starts to understand that we can take care of the bad things in the world, okay? One of the worst things we could do is when she starts flailing or when she's afraid, is to come in and empathize and sympathize with her, okay? When we do that, she learns or feels that she's being rewarded for that behavior, and she tends to go back into that endless cycle. When she thrashes and what have you, you try not to scoop her up. You try to be calm and confident till you can get her to come out of it. And as she starts to settle, by obedience, we could go, okay, baby, let's go, if she was afraid, and get her walking, encouraging her, and immediately praising her when she does what we want. It works. It starts to let her know we're in control of all situations. We try not to, in the beginning, we always work together without a lot of distractions so she can learn who we are and what we're doing. And only after that do we start to expose her to things that we know may make her afraid. There's a long, detailed approach to this. I just wanted to address it briefly. She has done a wonderful job. She can do the place command. She has her own little bed. She can do a place on that or in her little cushion bed, either one. And she can spend hours there if need be. She loves it. When we can't be watching her, we either have her in a crate right now or we have her on a place. And on the place is, we know she's going to be there when we walk out of the room. And how do we do that? We test it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, pick up the phone and call me. I hope I'll be seeing her a lot in the future. because she's doing well and able to get out in the world. But of course, I'm always here to work through this. Even if you don't come to me, call me. Let's talk through situations, because I truly care about where she's going, just as you do. You know, kudos to the family here that brought her in. They have another Yorkie at home that I had worked with. They had her, and they saw what she was going through with life and felt sorry for her and brought her in. She's done a pretty good job in the last 6 months. There were things that needed to be addressed. That's why she came to me. It's not cured. We're never going to cure that fear, but what we are going to try to do is manage it so it lessens and lessens and lessens. And we're always going to be vigilant for things that make her afraid, and if at all possible, try to work her and show her that that's nothing to be afraid of. You know my name, Jim Hodges, 336-945-3232, JimHodgesDogTraining.com. Thank you and God bless. Frank, good girl. Let's go. Come on. Good girl.